Ever wondered who Julius Caesar was? Let's take a journey back in time. Born in Rome around 100 years before Christ, Julius Caesar grew up in a family with political connections. His early life was a swirl of Roman politics and family ties, a complex web of power and influence. This was the world that shaped the young Caesar, a world of towering ambition, political maneuvering, and the constant jockeying for power. So young Julius was born into a world of power and intrigue. How did Julius Caesar rise to the top, you may ask? Well, it all began when he stepped into the world of politics as a young man. Julius Caesar had a knack for making friends and allies in high places, which helped him climb the political ladder. But it wasn't just his political savvy that led to his rise. Caesar was also a brilliant military general. He led his troops to victory in many battles and conquests, including the famous Gallic Wars in Gaul. His victories expanded the Roman Empire and brought him immense fame and respect. Despite facing numerous challenges and opposition, Caesar's ambition and intelligence prevailed. He eventually became the dictator of Rome, a position of absolute power. His conquests had not only expanded the Roman Empire, but they had also enriched it, making it the most powerful empire of the time. His ambition knew no bounds, and soon he was the most powerful man in Rome. Did Julius Caesar have a family? Did he know Cleopatra? Let's dive into the personal life of this influential leader. Julius Caesar was married 3 times. His first wife was named Cornelia, and together they had a daughter, Julia. After Cornelia's unfortunate death, Caesar married Pompeia, but this marriage ended in divorce. His third wife was Calpurnia, and they remained married until his death. Caesar had an adopted son too, Octavian, who was actually his great-nephew. Octavian later went on to become Augustus, the first Roman emperor, continuing Caesar's legacy. Then there was Cleopatra, the Queen of Egypt. Their relationship was one of the most famous in history. They had a son together named Caesarion, which means Little Caesar. Cleopatra and Caesar's relationship had a significant impact on both Egypt and Rome. His personal life was as complex and fascinating as his political career. How did Julius Caesar meet his end? Let's delve into that. Julius Caesar's fate was sealed by a conspiracy among his so-called friends, senators who feared his growing power. They plotted to assassinate him, choosing the Ides of March, a day in the Roman calendar that corresponds to the 15th of March, as the day to carry out their plan. On that day, Caesar was attacked and stabbed 23 times. His last moments were filled with shock and betrayal, especially when he saw his friend Brutus among his attackers. "Et tu, Brute?" he is said to have uttered, meaning, "And you, Brutus?" Caesar's death sent shockwaves through Rome. It ignited a power struggle that eventually led to the rise of his adopted son, Octavian, who later became known as Augustus, the first emperor of Rome. In the end, Julius Caesar's ambition led to his downfall, but his legacy lived on in the Roman Empire. So, why does Julius Caesar matter today? Well, Caesar's life was a whirlwind of ambition and power. From his rise to emperor, his relationships, including a famous one with Cleopatra, to the vast territories he conquered, and his tragic death. His actions shaped the Roman Empire, leaving a legacy that has endured for over 2,000 years. Julius Caesar's life teaches us about ambition, power, and the rise and fall of empires. And that's why even after 2,000 years, we still remember him.